Welcome once again to talk to another fabulous facilitator. And this particular gentleman was actually a part of our forum last year, our first ever forum, and a huge support of the future of strengths. Um, Definitely also one of our more popular panels and sessions that we had last year. I know the panel that we had was really lovely and even one of our speakers. And so I'm really so grateful to have you back, Christopher. For those who don't know you, which I feel like who could possibly not know you? But for those who don't know you, tell the people out there a little bit about who you are, where you are, and what you do.
Great. Yeah. So I am in Wellington, New Zealand, and have been here for the last 17 or 18 years. I run my own coaching and mentoring practice, which is primarily in the domain of strength-based, heart-centered leadership. And put a lot out into the world right now about love and love at work and heart-centered approach to life
Need that?
yeah, I hope so. It feels like it's resonating, but the world isn't quite ready for it yet at the same time, so it's very interesting.
Yeah, that's a fair statement, but I do think we do need this now more than ever. Might be a little bit of a slow go, but I certainly hope it is something that has its own ripple effect. So I love what you're doing out there. And so, with that in mind, I would love for you to share with people out there like a little bit of what they can expect from you during your session.
Sure, so I have designed a very interactive session about love and heart-centered approach to life. And so its intention is to give people an example by my role modeling, but also a suite of practical tools to increase care and compassion and loving yourself and loving others and how does love show up in our lives on a daily basis. So it'll be a bit of storytelling about my love story and my life. I had a wonderful 24 years with my wife Fiona, and then subsequently, unfortunately, lost her to cancer, which has affected my journey about love. It's affected me deeply, and so I will tell my love story and help everyone understand where how I'm investing in the practical side of increasing love on the planet.
Ugh, I love that, and that was a big piece of your story last year, and I love that you're bringing the role modeling expression in as well, because I think we have a lot more of that maybe this year. That might be one of the differences from last year to this year is between your session, I think a couple of other the speakers that we have this year, and of course, having the panel with Brandon Miller and Charlotte Blair and Simon Hurry and Michael LeBrant, people that have taken strengths and had their own journey of where they are and how they're applying that out there in the world now. Um, I think it's a great opportunity for coaches to just be inspired about what's possible, right? When they really find what means something to them, I guess what is meaningful to them so that they can be more intentional and how that can reap its own rewards.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think all of the people on the panel you just described have not only been able to lean into their purpose in life, but they've found a commercial relevance. They've found a way to make a living doing it. And some of them are living at a very high standard. Like they're running companies and they are growing, they are changing the world through others. Like they are doing amazing things. And so I think for everybody to have hope and a vision for themselves that is bigger than where they are currently is really powerful.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, and I certainly hold you in that company as well because you've done beautiful, amazing things, and with your books out there and just the way that you touch people and your generosity and how much you share with coaches. So I'm just always grateful to count on you as part of my sphere, you doing your own ripple effect and, our ripples occasionally crossing over. So I do appreciate that a great deal. So to wrap things up, I'm going to ask you a question. You just have to pick a number 1 through 5, and then I'll ask the question.
Okay. You want me to pick a number
Yep, pick a number 1 through 5.
Oh, sorry. I thought my answer to the question was a number. I'll pick 5.
So, what does a strengths based future look like to you? And that could be applied as into your work, your community, the world, however you would like to apply that. So, what does a strengths based future look like to you?
This is interesting. I've written a decent amount about this in the last couple of months. There's a level of mutual respect and a level of mutual celebration that comes when you take a strengths lens. So I love professional and personal partnerships where we are better versions of ourselves because we respect and appreciate and celebrate the strengths in the other person. So every member of my practice team is awesome at what they do. And I would not want to touch what they do with a 10-foot barge pole. But they are genius. They are genius, and they leave me the space to be my genius. And that's the future that I would like to witness. I would like to witness everyone in partnership with each other, honoring and celebrating each other's talent, each other's strengths, each other's uniqueness, and kind of going, you know what? There's gaps in all of our lives. We all have weaknesses, but we are all exceptional at the same time. So celebrate the
Yes.
exceptional.
I love that. Celebrate the exceptional. And that's, I just love every time I ask this question, there's 5 different questions. They're all fairly related to the future of strengths. But if I ever were to compile these, and there's a good chance I'm going to compile these in some way, I don't know what that is yet, but there's a thread and it really backs up everything that I've been, that I want to do is celebrate the individual, recognize that our differences are advantages, right? And that's what we need to build the village. We don't need a whole bunch of people who are bricklayers. We need bricklayers and framers, and we need everybody if we're going to do that. So I love that you have a similar sentiment and absolutely love the way you put it. So thank you very much for your time, Christopher. I certainly always appreciate your generosity and what you give to this community and what you do for strengths and what you're doing out there in the world. If you are ready to register and you're getting excited by what Christopher has to share, we still have a couple of weeks before we kick off on October 2nd. We do have hours that are globally relevant. So I know it won't fit everyone's schedule, but a lot of it will. And worst case scenario, if you register, you'll get all the recordings as well. So you can hit anything you missed. And if you can't attend at all, you can still purchase the recordings for $77 and still live the experience at least online and hear some of these wise, wise words. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day over on your side of the world as we start to close down over here. And thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thanks, Joe.